Oops. I see one person up the way. If I flip that around, it's like, yeah, you could maybe barely make it out if we zoom in on the video, but this is a pretty nice place to have to yourself, you know? Look at this. It's a giant fucking river. It's a giant river. And honestly, I've been watching all these things about having a better vibe. What, like my vibe was bad in the first place? No. Yeah, it was a little bit. And at this point, I'm realizing that the people that do it now for business, they are the same people that had to learn how to do it. And I think that some people might find it natural because maybe they get put in the right situations. Maybe they, you know, have family members or friends that they grow up and find. But otherwise, honestly, you could just watch all these people who have professionalized it and copy them and do weird shit, and maybe it's a little bit more fun. So I don't know, that's what I'm trying right now, is I'm just trying to be here, be present somewhere that I think is pretty. Somewhere I don't have to clean. It's better when it's wild. At least I'm not going to leave any garbage. But really, like, what am I supposed to do but experience Earth and enjoy God's beauty and really just try to be the guy that I am. So if this is me being that guy, I hope you all get to start learning stuff from me here, and I hope there's something, wisdom that I could share that maybe makes you feel a little bit more comfortable subscribing to my channel, but also just, you know, watching out for those insights. And I'll tell y'all, like, sometimes I do get those bouts of insights, and you know, it might not be a pretty video every time, but I do want to make a point of turning on the microphone, turning on the video when it counts. That way I could show y'all what it is that I'm thinking about, you know, and like what does it look like in the head of the world of him, inside the head of Devin, you know, what's his little world look like? And honestly, my world, it looks like I see two. So that's one hard part. I don't know that many of y'all understand that, but it is tough sometimes to just focus. I mean, in many ways. But realistically, I'm just trying to be the guy that I am. And that guy enjoys technology, he enjoys nature, he enjoys psychology. Honestly, like all the things psychology, like I love just understand, like, well, I have no idea, but how do people hypnotize other people? I hear people say that, oh, we're in trances, you're trained by the culture that you're in, and you're in one trance because of the way that the culture is and how they trained you, and the rich people did it, and not the rich people you know, but the rich people none of us know, and we only maybe know about, and the rare few of us have the, complete honor to meet them? No. It's like, yeah, it's really special if you get to meet Satan, but if you meet Satan, like, would you do with him what you would with Hitler? If all right, maybe I'm going a little too far here, and honestly, it's kind of fun because I don't know what I'm doing at all. I just know that I'm trying to stay away from everybody, but put this on public YouTube so everybody can see it. So that's fucking weird. That's fucking weird when I look at the people out here and I say, oh, well, I hope they don't come and see me doing my vlog. I hope they don't come and see me trying to talk to the camera, be like any other influencer or whatever. But then I'm like, hey, everybody, like and subscribe. So, like, you know, I got to find a balance to that. And I think the biggest balance is like, you know, reminds me of Mark Manson, and I'm not meaning to put in names, but really, like, it's about not giving a fuck, and it's a subtle art. And I haven't even read the damn book. Maybe I read the Spark Notes, and I've seen a lot of the videos about it, but you know, that's one thing too, is like, what is it about? Is it just me? You get all these books that are sent to you, or books that are recommended by people you listen to, and you just say like nothing about fucking reading it. Like I watch Coach Corey Wayne, and I think he's smart as fuck. I watch Owen Cook too. I think he's smart as fuck, both of them. And realistically, they'd like, you know, oh, what? I'm supposed to be a little bit more open, show y'all my hand, show y'all I have that, what, broad. I'm an open kind of guy, you know? You guys can just trust what I say. And like, I shouldn't have to say that. I should show you that through my body language. But, you know, really, what was I saying? Like, you got these coaches, and Coach Corey Wayne, he says that. He's like, you need to read the book 10 to 15 times. And people will write in and they'll be like, they'll probably lie. And they'll be like, I just finished the book, barely. No, they probably just watched a couple YouTube videos. They probably downloaded the book at best and maybe skimmed through the chapters. But you got to do what the coach says. So you got to read the book 10 to 15 times. And if you don't do that, what are you doing messaging the coach? It's like being the kid in class where you go to class, you didn't read the chapter, and you start asking questions, and the teacher's fucking taking all the time for your stupid ass questions that are in the book, clearly in the book. It's not like you said, well, the book said this, and I'm a little bit confused, so can you help me understand a little bit better about what they meant here? Or, you know, even better, hey, it feels like there's a contradiction here. Could you help elaborate so that I understand these, you know, minute concepts in a better form so that I don't feel that they're overlapping each other so much? And honestly, like, if y'all just figured that out, I mean, if anybody watches me and they're young, like, if you and everybody in the classroom figured that out, for one, the teacher would have such an easier time that they wouldn't be on your ass about anything, even though they can't be anymore anyways, because the way the parents are, oh, you need to help my kid, right? Like, well, I fucked up raising them, and I'm not gonna hold them accountable to anything you say, so you better give them some good grades to get them to pass. But really, if everybody just read the damn book. Read the book first, then come out, ask questions. And if you didn't read the book, and you're in class, fuck, what would you do? Maybe it's like what the lawyers say. Like when they say, oh, there's those two lawyers on YouTube, and then like they give like one piece of advice, and it's the best piece of advice when you encounter a cop, and you say, what? Fucking nothing. They say, the only thing you need to do is shut the fuck up. And so maybe that's what you got to do is you're in class, you didn't read the book, so shut the fuck up and let the prepared people ask the questions, because they'll help guide you to the form where you're getting a good understanding of the things that were worth asking questions for. Even if they say don't read, okay, I will say I had one psychology class, and he said, I don't want y'all to read ahead. What I want to do is I want to introduce these concepts while we're in class. And then we're going to do exercises with those concepts. We did a lot of group work. It was one of the first classes that I had where we put the chairs in circles rather than, you know, in rows. That way we didn't have the emphasis and focus on the teacher. I think he said later he didn't like that because I was in one meeting with him. I think he doesn't do that anymore. But at this point, it's a lesson that stuck with me, you know, and there might be lessons that are set up so that you don't have to read the book first, but unless if you're told explicitly no, just read the fucking book, okay? And if you don't read the book, at least have it in the back behind you with your supercars like Ty Lopez, right? And like you're like, look at all these fucking books I haven't read. Honestly, I think he's probably read quite a few books, and I bet he's read some good ones. So it's not anything, but I just remember back in the day, the YouTubes of him walking out, check out my supercar. Like, I think I've watched that ad like too many minutes into it for too many times, but all I remember is the fucking books behind him. I think that was the most meme-ish and clever thing to do. It was great marketing. Actually, I just got one of those scammers with the name like Ty Lopez, but it had an extra I in it or something. And I was like, oh, Ty, yeah, it's good to finally talk to you. You know, of course, you're gonna fucking take your time out of your day to message me. Of all the people in the world, right? You're gonna do that. So of course I gave him my credit card information, that way I could get on the next mastermind, right? Like, no, I just fucked around with the scammer for a little bit and realized, well, I don't want to be scammed. So I don't know, I wasted their time. Maybe I saved one other person for being scammed just by how much of a fucking slow typer I am. I don't know. I'm not that slow of a typer, but y'all know what I mean. Sometimes you could just fuck with them and waste their time. Yeah. One scam I had, it was pretty good. Someone got my info and they called posing as T-Mobile, and they said that, well, aren't you pissed about your bill? It's too high, isn't it? And I was like, well, fuck yeah, $100 every month, that's too high. And they were like, well, guess what? We're gonna give you a free phone. And like my fucking dumbass, I ordered the free phone and they were like, all right, call us right after. And then they're like, so I call them and they're like, oh, it's the wrong phone. You can send it back to us at this address. And I'm like, well, oh, because they said they would send me the other phone once I send it back. And I'm like, all right, how about this? You send the phone first. And then you know what? I'll send the phone back when you show me the new one. And he was like, but look at the address. It's a facility. And I was just like, bro, I know you got me strung out halfway on this thing, but I'm spitting out the hook. I'm not that fucking stupid. I might have been tired when you called me, but like, I don't know. I was banked on like, okay, maybe I mean, cause fuck, my bill at T-Mobile is way too high. And I don't even, well, now I bought the phone and I decided I liked it. So instead of giving it to them, right, like I was like, well, maybe I'll keep it. And it looks fucking awesome. Actually, I got it right here. It's kind of cool because I'm filming on this DJI Pocket 3, but you know, now I got this nice new Samsung Galaxy S whatever the fuck. And you know, it's not as good as the Chinese phones based on all the reviews I see that are actually legit, but it's better than my S23. And like, you know, at some point, how much time are you gonna fumble around with a phone that doesn't have a good fucking port? And I could go get it fixed, but I don't want to pay American prices to have people fucking fix my stuff when I got used to Mexico. It was like $5 and I had them resolder this whole part for the car, and it would have cost like $130 just for the fucking seat thing for my wife's Honda. And I was like, well shit, here's the problem. Look, it's a little bit burnt and the solder's fucking melted off. So probably when we were driving the car and I was using the seat thing, the electric thing, I probably held it on when there was a lot of resistance. And maybe they just wear out over time. But honestly, I don't know, maybe it was like 7. I don't know, maybe I gave them 10. Fuck it, it was under 10 for sure, but I don't think they asked for much. I almost felt bad just wasting their time, but like, yo, it's like, they were super chill. And it was like the first place we went, they were like, no, we can't help you. You got, and then someone else came up and they were like, oh yeah, they can help you down there. They're the right ones. So we went down to them and they fucking helped us. So the first ones that could help us, helped us. And they did it right there. And it took 2 minutes. And it was fucking awesome. And I was so happy. And really, like, I ain't paying those American prices, y'all. I do that for rent, right? Like, no, I don't even have to worry about that right now. But really, you know, I just wanted to get out here and get comfortable on the camera. I wanted to show y'all just, you know, these beautiful sights, right? It's fucking just amazing how this all looks out here. Oh yeah, it's the Willamette River. Are people actually swimming in this? I really don't think so. I think that every time I heard about people swimming in the Willamette River, someone mentioned all the sludge and all the fucking runoff, and I think I can see it. I think there's like this like film on the surface there. You come out looking like a fucking penguin. You come out looking like one of those Dawn dish soap commercials, right? Like, oh, just swimming in the local water hole, right? Like, no, it looks like a fucking one of those oil sludge fucking catastrophes, right? Actually, and that was actually a really cool thing. When I was in school, that was, I Like, you know, I got all A's, right? Of course, gotta brag, I worked for it. But really, all it took was not even showing up to class. It took paying attention and doing the parts that mattered. But one of the classes I got an A- in, or the only class, they showed this thing, like it was like business ethics, right? It was like a philosophy class. And apparently, like, oh, what was it? I want to say Enron. No, it wasn't Enron. Maybe it was Enron. I don't know. I don't remember. It was like, but there was like that giant oil spill. I feel like something from no, I don't know, not Veracruz stuff. But it was like this giant oil spill, and basically what happened was the lawyers of the company that the oil spilled said that the company cannot do any efforts to help clean up, because if they helped to clean up, it would be like admitting fault. Like it would be like, okay, so because your company decides to dispatch and clean up a mess that you probably should be prepared for more than anybody else, that would be you admitting faults. And it was something to do about like the captain or the captain of the ship, maybe he was drinking, I don't remember. But it's like, yo, clean up our fucking world, you know? You guys fucking profit from it like a motherfucker. Like, just clean it up. Like, that's not admitting fault. That's just being a good people. And that's the big thing. It's like, I know all y'all probably know it. Like, they shouldn't be people. Corporations are not people. They're not these special entities that get to get these benefits and then don't get to have any of the liability. And, you know, I at least in my moral compass, and I know that my moral compass does not follow the law, not at all. The law's fucked. It's fucking fucked. As soon as you put more than one book worth of laws, it's like, how could anybody pay attention to all that? I mean, we got signs everywhere, like no fireworks and stuff. Like, well, that's great. You know, that makes sense. But it's little obscure things. I don't know. It's hard because people take advantage of it too. So I see both sides. But really, I'm just an individual dude. The forefathers of America probably was like, yeah, he deserves to fucking be able to build a house. And while I did, I think the legal system fucking facilitated that getting fucked. So I won't get into that any. But really, I just want to be clear. Like, I'm just trying to think through my thoughts and help y'all understand maybe a little bit of the ways I see. Maybe I can look this way a little bit. Sun's so bright. You know, this isn't going to be my best vlog, but damn, if this is any good, if this is just part way, and you guys can understand that I'm just trying to vibe out here. I'm just trying to find a way. I mean, honestly, subscribe so that I can get 1 million subscribers. No, 10 million subscribers and $1 million. And totally, I'm down to give you my coaching. If y'all want to do my coaching, just click on the link below. I'm not going to have a link. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of these videos. And then I got to make a fucking link. Yeah, that's true. I might just put something on Google and just be like, yo, y'all don't even got to pay for it. If you want to just fucking do it and just coach me, coach you. No, but am I at the point in my life where I can do that? Yeah, totally. Am I at the point in my life where I should do that? No, I think I actually would be able to help y'all with certain things. It just depends on the level of expertise for the people I'm talking to. I mean, really, yeah, well, that's hard though, you know. I think about it and I'm like, I got experience in what? Going to fucking work, doing good in school because I just follow the formulas. That's what it is like, if y'all are confused on how to do something, just find the fucking recipe, copy the recipe. The recipe might be confusing. The recipe to build a CPU is a lot more complex and refined than a recipe to bake a cake, but it's still a recipe. You know, you still got to get some sort of, you know, kitchen implement or something. And maybe that's your desk. Maybe that's your camera. Maybe that's your kitchen, right? Maybe that's your office. You know, your paintings, right? If you do paint, right? If you I mean, you could think about it like as the proverbial record as you're making your music, right? You got to have some sort of canvas to put that on, or kitchen to cook that out of. And yeah, you know, if you just don't know how to do it, just find the recipe. And if you don't know where the recipe is, ask grandma. Because honestly, she probably knows. She's been around longer than y'all. Unless if you're her, then get out there and help people understand that they should be asking you. That's the hardest thing, yo. It's like, and I really like that. I like that when Owen Cook said that. He was like, imagine if I was your teacher in high school. I was like, oh shit, well maybe I would have paid attention. I paid attention in some places, but otherwise I read the book or I slept. But I mean, imagine if your teacher was that engaging. Well, be that engaging, be that person for your fucking audience, so that, you know, so that your family, when you got stories to tell, that they lean in. I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear the story when I'm walking out the door, and I understand you made an association, but like, y'all should write that down. You should write down, like, you got stories, you got shit about your family, and that's stuff that your kids won't remember, your grandkids won't remember. And if they do, that's great. They're kind of a savant in some way, but you know, if you just take it and how do you say, just serve it up. You know, make little clippets, make little snippets, and honestly, like, the grandkids or the kids that are better with computers, better with phones and stuff, like, take them to your family, take them to the old ones, and just be like, hey, before you die, I want to know what you have to say. Just get that info from them. Have them fucking, what do you say? Like, just have them serve it up, so that even your kids and your kids' kids could look back and watch those videos, as long as you keep them up to date and don't let them decay. I mean, it's really nice. We got cloud services and they got backups and stuff. We don't have to worry about like digital copies, like on your digital copies on your you know, on your laptop dying with your laptop, or on your external drive, you know. Maybe you want to get into like making sure that you know how to store data, but like, just do the cloud thing at first. You can get super cheap 2 gigs, like, or 2 terabytes from Google. And that's what I did. And then now I just put all my shit through fucking AI. Now I just work in Gemini in my personal life, just like I do in ChatGPT and Codex in my work life. So like, AI is not going to come take over. It's not going to come take over. AI is not going to come take over. If it gets rid of your job, it probably was a job that wasn't fulfilling to you anyways. And if it was, like, you were not an anomaly, but you were special, and you're probably seeing the relationships and the value in those things that that job did provide. But it's just like, all right, I might say I missed some parts of school, but I don't like being in jail. So that, you know, that doesn't mean I want to go back to school. But damn, it is nice to have a group of people that I can go visit with, and a group of friends that I can, oh wow, you know, here's the other side of it though. Maybe you don't have that group of friends. And maybe that group of friends that you don't have, they're sitting at a table and you don't even know them, and you need to go out and introduce yourself to them. Well, that's like the world, right? It just might not be set up for us. Maybe it is set up. Maybe it's like that Owen Cook's free tour stuff, right? Where you can get in there and find people that are in all different walks of life, but looking for similar things, right? So, you know, like, it's actually kind of fun. This is actually really fun, yeah. Because, like, if I could just talk to y'all, then maybe I don't have to bug my family so bad. No, I'm not usually very quiet. I think I'm just like normal talking person. Maybe unless if I get stoned, then I don't want to talk at all. Or maybe I want to still talk a lot. Actually, I don't know. But it's kind of cool. You know, there'll be some day when I'll be able to make these things a little bit more focused. Right now, I'm just trying free association. I just want to be able to talk for, I don't know, for 30 minutes. And yeah, I just want to be able to talk for 30 minutes and not really stress about what it is that I'm trying to say next. I will say it's really fun with this DJI Pocket. It does do this like active face tracking, so like I can move the camera around me. That's so much better. I should have been doing this in the beginning. I'll learn. Well, that's part of it. I'll learn these little tricks. It just takes time. It just takes time, and it just takes practice. Honestly, if I don't take time to practice, then who am I? You know? Honestly, like, you can't be great if you don't try, and if you don't try, then you're going to be terrible, or you might even not know. You might be pretty good, right? Like if you're good at soccer, you know, you might be able to go play basketball easier than the person who's non-athletic and hasn't put any effort into their physical intelligence. Actually, that's one thing, you know. There's like those different types of intelligence, and I think that's really smart. And I always saw that. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that when I was a kid. You know, I saw that when I was working on my schoolwork and stuff. It was easy to be, call yourself intelligent, but then when you go to PE and you can't shoot a basketball for nothing, it's a little bit hard to call yourself intelligence in a rounded sort of way. And you know, that's what we got to remember, is that you're not always looking at people in the same way they look at themselves. And they might aspire towards things that you have no idea would matter to you. And so probably the best thing I've learned is, I mean, when it comes to meeting people, is like, if you're in a room and you feel comfortable with a group of people, find another fucking group of people to talk to. Because if you can be with your tribe, yeah, for sure. But if you're just stuck there inside that group of people that you're comfortable with, you know, they could be your friends for sure. But if they're your friends, don't you owe it to them just to be a little bit better, just to be a little bit more rounded? You can say, hey, friends, I know somebody that can help us with this, because I didn't stay here for lunch every day, you know?